Hello, good morning and welcome to Business News on Sunrise. My name is Manu, Afful. Coming up, World Bank renews commitments to help Ghana revive its economy.
We are working to help move on many important areas to be able to improve the economy, particularly bring down the cost of living, inflation.
Also, government seeks to borrow 2.9 billion cedis this week to refinance upcoming maturities. Plus, tomatoes and garden eggs in the vegetable sector trumps national average as food inflation soars.
A month ago, 5 was like 10 cedis. Garden eggs, 10 cedis.
We'll bring you the details of the headlines and many other stories shortly. Thank you for staying with us. We'll start off with the World Bank as it has reaffirmed its dedication to assist Ghana in revitalizing its economy. During her inaugural visit to the country, Managing Director for Operations at the Bretton Woods Institution emphasized the need to engage policymakers in finding solutions to economic challenges. Michael Ogbudu was with the World Bank team and takes up the rest of the report.
Ghana has been grappling with an economic crisis, primarily caused by surging inflation, which has reached unprecedented levels. Additionally, the country's currency has weakened significantly, trading at a double-digit rate against the dollar. This is coupled with mounting public debt, which consumes a substantial portion of the nation's dwindling revenue. The government sought an IMF bailout program to mitigate the predicament. Addressing the country during her maiden visit, World Bank Managing Director for Operations Anna Berde said her organization will collaborate with Ghana to reduce the cost of living.
We had a very, very good morning visit and discussion with the authorities broadly on the economic outlook of the country. Like many countries around the world, Ghana also is having difficult times economically, but we are working to help move on many important areas to be able to improve the economy, particularly bring down the cost of living, inflation, which is hurting many people around the world, but also continuously improve the business environment, more private sector, more jobs.
She further expressed the intention to engage both the private sector and the government in formulating effective economic solutions.
We'll continue to have discussions with the private sector to hear from them directly. What do they need in order to be able to scale and do much more in investing in Ghana, creating jobs, creating growth. And really, I hope to come out of this visit with a better understanding of Ghana's needs and how the World Bank can be most helpful.
That was a report by my colleague Michael Ogbudu. Meanwhile, the National House of Chiefs has implored governments to ensure the IMF conditionalities do not further worsen the plight of vulnerable and businesses. The president of the House, Owuraku Yaojebi, noted the $3 billion alone cannot address the economic challenges facing the country unless government puts in place measures to improve the economy. He was speaking at the general meeting of the House at Minshia in Kumasi.
The conditionalities usually include reduced expenditure and increased revenue, warranting additional tax burden on the populace. We are pleading with government to implement the program and its conditionalities in a manner that creates better conditions for businesses and the vulnerable people living on the margins of society so they can thrive and blossom. The IMF $3 billion facility to be disbursed over a 3-year period alone will not lift Ghana out of the economic challenges. It won't lift us out of the woes. Government should therefore continue to pursue programs that will address the structural rigidities in our economies.
You heard the voice of Owuraku Yaojebi, president of the National House of Chiefs. In more business stories, government plans to borrow 2.91 billion cedis in treasury bills auctioned today. It will be done via the 91, 182 and 364-day bills. Proceeds from the auction will partly be used to refinance upcoming maturities, estimated at 1.74 billion cedis.
Analysts believe the significant difference between the maturing bills and the auction target could signal the government's need for funds resulting in higher yields. Last week, the Treasury bill auction garnered investor participation with total bids of 2.3 billion cedis, surpassing the gross target. The successful bids reached 2.28 billion cedis, signaling a recovery in demand. The auction saw money market yields closing higher as government sought to attract enough bids to cover the target. Yields across all tenors touched a 16-week high.
Now, you may have been paying more than double or triple the prices of some commonly used household items, including fresh tomatoes and gardening eggs. That's because for June 2023, some commonly used items are featured in the top 20 items with the highest inflation rates, some above 100%. Let's listen to this teaser.
A month ago, 5 was like 10 cedis. Garden eggs, 5, 10 cedis.
It's too expensive, but I know how to do the customer. The customer will not leave me and go.
The full story will be aired today at 12:30 p.m. on Business Daily on 3FM and on TV3 Midday Live and also News 360. Let's take more stories. Ghana's Nuclear Regulatory Authority is working to amend the NRA Act 895 as the country readies to construct its first nuclear power plant. The regulator noted this is to make sure potential nuclear power operators do not take undue advantage of the country. There's more in the following report.
2 sites have been identified and government is expected to announce one of them as selected for the project. There are talks with vendors for technology for the nuclear power plant. Head of Legal Affairs at Nuclear Regulatory Authority, Ebenezer Apia Opare, hints the regulator is working to amend the NRA Act.
It brings to finally the areas that are ambiguous. Lawyers can take advantage of the ambiguities. Operators can also take advantage of the ambiguities. So I want to set all those things very, very clear. Now, with the nuclear power, any contractor who wants to be engaged, either as a subcontractor, as a supplier, etc., will look at your act critically before they will engage with you. So that is also very important. And this nuclear power program is key.
Best practices, roadmaps, and safety guidance for countries embarking on small modular reactor deployment by the International Atomic Energy Agency is to ensure maximum safety. Director General of the Nuclear Regulatory Authority, Dr. Nikwashi Alute, assures of safety and the country's preparedness to embark on the nuclear power project.
Nuclear safety, nuclear security, and nuclear safeguards, we are actually providing the needed oversight to make sure that the plant meets all the required technical specifications. We are actually developing our competency. Now, the area is very technically and deep, and we need a lot of technical competence to understand. So we are training our staff, get our staff training in various locations of the world.
The plant is expected to provide reliable power supply, competitive tariffs to aid in the country's industrialization efforts.
And that was Eben Ejekum Boateng's report. Let's now take a listen to how the city is faring against major trading currencies and how some of our key commodities are faring on the global market.
On the interbank foreign exchange market, where banks trade amongst themselves, the dollar is selling at 11 cedis. It's recorded no price change. The British pound gained 1 pesewa, selling at 14 cedis 4 pesewas. The euro also gained 1 pesewa and is selling at 12 cedis 3 pesewas. However, be guided that these figures will be higher at a forex bureau near you. On the global commodities market, price of cocoa is down by 2.16%, selling at $3,267 per ton. Price of Brent crude oil is up by 1.85%, selling now at about $82 per barrel, while the price of an ounce of gold is up by 0.15%, selling at $1,960.
That was an update from the Forex and commodities markets. That will be all for Business News on Sunrise. My name is Manu. Afful. For more business stories, check out our website 3news.com. Stay tuned. Sunrise continues.
Passengers, neighbor Cecilia.
Driver, you can't do this in London.
Oh, 1 minute for why? Shell,
Driver, what's all this about?
Oh, madam, help me say thank you to Shell. Because I'm a member of the Shell Club, I get loyalty points every time I buy fuels that I use to redeem gifts I love. Third-party insurance for my car, free medical insurance, and many more. Shell day my side. In fact, when I see another Shell station, I will hug everyone there.
Hey, driver, what the fire kwanza?
Hey, English, madam.
Enjoy numerous benefits when you buy fuel from Shell. Get loyalty points to claim third-party car insurance, family medical cover, provisions, and many more for free. Driver, Shell day your side. Go well.
A bank that supports you, a bank that cares for you. Hand in hand, we stand with you. So lift your head up, big dreams are waiting. We'll walk with you wherever you go. Where all your dreams come alive, CBG will make you smile. We will rise with you. Your business will flourish. Your name will stand out. Consolidated by CBG. We stand with you.
Are you looking to transform your kitchen and wardrobe into your dream space? Empire Kitchens Limited has you covered. Our team of expert craftsmen specializes in creating all types of kitchens and wardrobes from traditional to ultra-modern with soft closed doors and drawers. We offer a variety of top quality worktops from granite, marble and quartz. Our designers will work with you to create the perfect kitchen and wardrobe that suits your lifestyle. You won't have to break the bank. Call or WhatsApp us on 0246 080 730 and 0593 939 690 or visit our showroom at East Legon Hills opposite Agbobe Plaza. Find us on Facebook, Empire Kitchens Limited, TikTok and Instagram at Empire_Kitchens_Limited. Empire Kitchens Limited, the heart of the home.
Junction Mall heydays. Are you looking for the latest gadgets, home decor and appliances, fashionable clothing, or the most appetizing food to enjoy? Join us at the Junction Mall heydays to explore, shop, and enjoy with family and friends from the 17th to the 31st of July, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. each day, and shop with up to 70% discounts. There'll be lots of fun for the kids, including face painting, boat rides, bumper cars, and a picture with their favorite cartoon characters. The Junction Mall heydays. It's gonna be big. Follow us at the Junction Mall GH on Facebook and Instagram, or call or WhatsApp us on 0540-221774 for more information. The Junction Mall. Join, explore, shop, enjoy.
When it comes to the world of sports, what does complete mean to you?
When my team scores at the end of a 30-plus passing sequence, you know, like Pep Guardiola style.
When someone beats the buzzer from the shots, from the logo, like Steph Curry.
Dominating opponents and punching my way to a knockout, like Africa's greatest boxer, Azuma Nelson.
Running so fast that I can afford to celebrate midway through a 100-meter race and smash the world record like Usain Bolt.
Hold up. What makes all of these sports complete is the screen. This is where you get access to extensive analysis, insights, and highlights.
So join us every Sunday at 6 p.m. live on 3FM 92.7 as we serve you the most satisfying buffet in the world of sports. The 3 Sports team will come together to review, preview, and analyze the latest in sports on Sports Ultras.
Ghana, brace yourselves for another electrifying season of Ghana's most beautiful. The chosen ones prepare to embark on a transformational adventure. Our esteemed panel of judges, industry experts, and cultural icons will be present every step of the way to help these extraordinary women define their future. The stage is set for an unforgettable season filled with enchantment, passion, and the celebration of Ghanaian culture. So mark your calendars and join the live show this and every Sunday at 8 p.m. from July 16 here on TV3.
Radio Development Show Host of the Year 2016-2017.
And the winner is John Hughes. Check.
Hi, my name is Johnny Hughes, your community rights advocate, and I'm still on the quest to bring smiles into your communities with Community Connect on 3FM 92.7. Join me this and every Friday morning at 9 a.m. right here on 3FM, and together we will solve the problems bothering your communities.
I know your program is a program that always get a result. Myself, I'm a witness to that.
What can we do to help your community today in terms of education, health, sanitation, security, and all the issues in between from your community's perspective? Tune in to Community Connect every Friday morning at 9 a.m. as we get interactive live on radio and on Twitter at 3FM 927 and on Facebook at 3FM 92.7. Community Connect, helping solve your community problems.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to the sports segment here on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. My name is Owuraku Ampofo, and we'll be focusing a lot on the World Cup draw that's for CAF that took place yesterday. There's a lot of interest because Ghana now knows what it would take to play in the 2026 edition of the FIFA World Cup. We'll also be building up to the Olympic Games as the Black Queens are in action later today against Guinea in the first round of the qualifiers for the 2024 Olympic Games. But we start off from the FIFA World Cup, where the destinies of 54 African countries has been set. And so now they do know what it would take and what stands in their way in terms of qualification for the FIFA World Cup in 2026. The ceremony, which is the draw, took place on Thursday. And here's a wrap of what happened in Abidjan.
It was showtime as the destiny of 54 African countries was set to be decided in Abidjan, Ivory Coast. For the first time in football history, 9 African countries will automatically qualify for the 2026 World Cup to be hosted in the USA, Canada, and Mexico, with the potential of a 10th through a playoff. As a result, there was a reshuffle of the qualification process.
The format will consist of 9 groups of 6 teams, and the winners of each of those groups will qualify directly to the FIFA World Cup 2026. In addition to that, 4 best Group runners-up will participate in the CAF playoffs to determine which team will represent CAF in the FIFA playoff tournament to be held in March 2026.
FIFA President Gianni Infantino believes the new qualification process will be exciting.
We will have all African countries participating in what will be an incredibly exciting and passionate qualification path to the World Cup 2026. We are looking forward to this draw, but then most importantly to the games and all the emotions that we'll feel.
JJ Okocha, who represented Nigeria in 3 World Cups, believes the increase in slots for Africa could see the continent complete.
It's great news for our continent that we have potentially 9 or 10 nations representing us. Of course, it gives us the opportunity to compete.
Emmanuel Adebayo once had the privilege of leading Togo to their first ever World Cup and thinks it's time for the trophy to stay in Africa.
We are all hoping to have this cup stays at least once in our continent. And as President Mosepe said it already, we'll be hoping for the 2006 Canada, Mexico, America to be the year.
The wait was over as the balls were picked from pot 6 to 1. The groups filled up and took shape with every pick as countries patiently looked on. In the end, the fate of all 54 countries was decided in 9 groups of 6. The Black Stars were placed in Group I with familiar foes Mali, Madagascar, Central African Republic, and Comoros, whilst Chad remains the only country Ghana is yet to face. Africa's top scorer at the World Cup, Asamoah Gyan, admits qualification for Ghana won't be easy despite its pedigree at the world stage.
I think we have been very consistent, except in 2018 that we didn't qualify. And it looks like we are getting used to the World Cup right now. And 2026 is not going to be easy. Expectation is high back home, but we'll try our possible best to make sure we also qualify.
The journey to discover Africa's next representatives at the 2026 World Cup begins on November 13, 2023.
Well, so Ghana know the group, Ghana in Group I, alongside Mali, Madagascar, Central Africa, Comoros, and Chad. Joining me on the phone line is Bill Ishan, who is my colleague here at 3 Sports. Bill, it's a pleasure to have you here this morning. First off, thoughts on Ghana's draw. Is it the best possible draw for the Black Stars for you?
It is. It looks like the best possible draw because, I mean, of all the options that were available in pot 1 that Ghana could have faced, Mali seemed like the so-called weaker opponent because there was Algeria, there was Tunisia, Ivory Coast, Morocco themselves who, I mean, did fantastic in the World Cup, Egypt, Senegal, who are the 2021 AFCON winners as well. So, I mean, looking at the group, of course, it seemed like the best possible group, but a lot of people would be concerned, definitely, because Ghana got defeated by Mali in 2020. We remember how it was like during the COVID period. And Ghana struggled against Comoros in the 2021 AFCON, where the team was eventually defeated by 3-2 in that AFCON, and Ghana crashed out without winning any game. And Ghana have already faced Madagascar. Of course, they did defeat Madagascar 3-0 at home, but away from home, a different story. They struggled to score. And Central African Republic as well. So, I mean, 4 out of the 5 opponents that Ghana are about to face, they faced them before, and they've struggled in one way or the other against them. But that also could play to Ghana's advantage because that could also give them a sense of the kind of opponents that they would be facing and would leave them better prepared for the task ahead. I think this is the best possible group that Ghana should have been or could have been.
So if this is the best possible group, then how confident are you that the team can qualify? There are 2 ways of qualification, either by finishing top or finishing as a runner-up and going through the playoff. Where do you see Ghana ending up by the end of this qualification series?
I think the main objective is to get past Mali. I think if Ghana manages to get past Mali, then the other teams would feel a bit more simpler for the Black Stars, because of course Mali is one of the top-rated African teams, but it won't be easy because Mali is still one of the top-rated African teams. So if they could beat that big opponent, then I think Ghana will have a chance of topping the group. But if they can't, then the Black Stars will definitely have to hope of going through that playoff stage. But it's looking good. I think Ghana have enough quality to top the group. It just boils down to how the players gel together, the kind of philosophy that the coach, that Chris Hughton, takes the team through and then helps them win, because the quality is there, the talent is always there, but it's just left with that commitment and then that kind of passage of play that Ghana will bring along to beat these opponents. But definitely Ghana have the capacity, they have the potential of topping the group.
And let's still stay on the qualification series and just quickly go through the other groups. It wasn't just about Ghana. So in Group A, we had Egypt, Burkina Faso, Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone, Ethiopia, and Djibouti. What two teams do you see topping this group?
Egypt would definitely be favorites for this one. And apart from them, I believe Burkina Faso would also have a shot of getting second place there.
Okay, and let's go to Group B, which has AFCON champions Senegal, Democratic Republic of Congo, Mauritania, Togo, Sudan, and South Sudan.
This looks a bit tricky. The winners, of course, everyone will say Senegal, but for the team that would take second place, DR Congo is in there, Togo is in there, Sudan is in there. They are all three tough teams, so it's very, very difficult to determine which one of them could take it. But I think we might see a shocker. Maybe Togo can take the second spot.
Adebayo will be happy about that. Let's quickly go to Group C, where we have Nigeria, South Africa, Benin, Zimbabwe, Rwanda, and then Lesotho.
It's moved from Jollof Wars into Amapiano Wars, it seems. Nigeria versus South Africa. I think those two teams should take Group C.
And then in Group D, we have Cameroon, Cape Verde, Angola, Libya, Eswatini, and Mauritius.
Cameroon looks likely favorites to take Group D, but for second place, it looks open for each and every other team to try and take it. But I think Angola have a shot of taking second place there.
And then in Group E, we have semi-finalists at the 2022 FIFA World Cup: Morocco, Avram Grant, Zambia, Congo, Tanzania, Niger, and then Eritrea.
Of course, Morocco did fantastic at the 2022 World Cup, and they are favorites to win Group E. But for second place, Zambia with Avram Grant, they recently qualified to the 2023 AFCON. I think they have a good enough side to take second place at least.
And then Group F, Cote d'Ivoire, Gabon, Kenya, the Gambia, Burundi, and Seychelles.
Yes, I think Ivory Coast should be first in this group. Gabon should take second place as well over Kenya, Gambia, Burundi, and Seychelles.
Okay, and Group G, we have Algeria, Guinea, Uganda, Mozambique, Botswana, and Somalia.
Would be surprising if Algeria doesn't take this one. But we could also expect some form of upset from Guinea as well. I think those two teams will take the group. But as to who will be first, I have a feeling there could be an upset from Guinea.
And finally, Group H, Tunisia, Equatorial Guinea, Namibia, Malawi, Liberia, and Sao Tome and Principe.
Looks straightforward for Tunisia. But as for second place, looks tough. Equatorial Guinea, I think it's open between all five. Between all five teams, it looks very, very open. So I won't be surprised if any of these five take it. But I'm looking at Namibia to take this one.
That would really be an upset, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But before I let you go, Bill, we had a lot of talk yesterday from the legends and some of the leaders in African football saying that it should be sooner rather than later when it comes to the World Cup trophy staying here in Africa. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think Morocco have showed that the continent is getting ever closer to lifting that trophy?
Yeah, I think Morocco has given the rest of Africa hope of finally lifting that World Cup trophy for the first time for the continent. However, it still boils down to the kind of structures each and every other African team puts up, and the kind of philosophy that they bring up and stick by, and the kind of quality players they are able to produce within that period to compete. I don't think Africa is ready yet to win the World Cup trophy, but I think good steps have been made. Morocco, we've seen what they can do, but we have to see more African teams at least making the final four to be able to, stretch our chest out and then say Africa seems ready to win it. But for now, I just feel like Africa is not yet ready. But steps have to be made, and there is hope that Africa can do it. Just not in that 2026 period. Maybe in 2030.
Okay, thank you very much, Bill, for joining us here for the discussion on the just ended FIFA World Cup draw for the CAF countries. In case you missed it, Ghana in Group I alongside Mali, Madagascar, Central African Republic, Comoros and Chad. But Bill was talking about the fact that he thinks African countries are not ready to lift their World Cup. That's the ultimate. But President of the Confederations of African Football, Patrice Motsepe, says that he hopes the trophy would stay on the continent.
I was saying to Gianni, whenever there's an African competition, AFCON, I always want him to be nearby handing over the trophy to the winner of the AFCON, because we want Africa to get used to receiving trophies from the president of FIFA. So the next time in 2026, we are very excited that this trophy should go to the African continent.
Well, that was President of the Confederations of African Football, Patrice Motsepe, speaking at the World Cup draw. Let's now switch our attentions to the Black Queens, who would be in action later today at 4 p.m. against Guinea in the first round of the 2024 Paris Olympic qualifiers. Now, the head coach of the side, Nora Haptel, admits that they're taking the team development step by step, but also have one eye on securing qualification for the Olympic Games next year.
We made a nice picture, with the Volta and all the steps we're gonna take to the Olympics. We marked in this picture, and now it's to take it step by step. We don't want to look all the time ahead. We know where our ship is riding on the Mission Volta. We know the direction. We know the harbors we're gonna sail into. But we always need, when you are on a boat riding, we always need to focus on the next harbor. The next harbor, it's Guinea, so we want to find a successful harbor, and as soon as we arrive there and did the job, then we can also look to the next job.
That was Nora Hapto, who's the head coach of the Black Queens. Let's now hear from Mo Shaban, who's been following the team, especially in the past year, and hear from him with regards to his thoughts on the team and their readiness for the game against Guinea tonight.
Well, with Nora Hapto's Black Queens going into the game, Olympic qualifiers, a lot of expectations are on the team. And this is as a result of how she has been able to transform the team in the last 3 games. And ever since she took the team, the Black Queens, they have played 3 games. They've won all the matches. They've been able to pick some important points against Senegal home and away. And then they've been able to beat Benin as well. So in about 3 games, she's managed to score, her side have managed to score 7 goals and are yet to concede a goal. So clearly, if you ask me, I would say that there are a lot of expectations on the team and everybody wants to see what the team can do. Now, this is a different game altogether because if you are playing friendly games, and you are yet to concede, and you managed to score 7 goals. Of course, yes, in a competitive game like this, qualifies that the whole nation actually wants to see what would happen, because a lot of the fans are not happy with some of the results the national teams are getting. So of course, yes, there will be a lot of eye on the Black Queens. But I can tell you that with the team she's been able to build, it looks obvious that the Black Queens can manage to at least pick a point against Guinea. If you have the blend of experienced players like Ernestina Bimbala, who is back in the team, Prince Ladubia is also back in the team. Then you can talk about the young chaps, Stella Nyamiche and Vidal Yakubu of Azakes Ladies. Clearly, these are prospects, these are quality that the nation can boast off now. If you look at the performance they exhibited in the domestic league. So for me, it looks like it's going to be possible for Black Queens being able to beat Guinea in the first round. Very clearly for the first round games, I don't think it's a difficult header for the Black Queens to beat or pick a point in Conakry and also beat the Guinean side in Ghana. So for me, I don't see this as a very tough match for the Black Queens based on their past experience and performance in their matches they've played so far.
Well, that was Shaban Mohammed sharing his thoughts on the game between the Black Queens and Guinea, which takes place at 4 p.m. later tonight. There's a lot at stake as the qualification process to the next Olympic Games in Paris officially begins. But before we go, let's just get updates on Wimbledon, because on Saturday, Ons Jabeur would be looking to go a step further as she faces Marketa Vondrousova in the final of the Wimbledon, and so that's one to keep an eye on. The men's semi-finals would also take place today as Yannick Sinner faces defending champion Novak Djokovic. Number 1 seeded Carlos Alcaraz also would be playing against Daniil Medvedev. I will be getting to know who the finalists for the men's division would be later today. I will be bringing you updates of all of these and many more on our social media at 3 Sports GH, and then you can also get some more sports articles at 3news.com. My name is Owuraku Ampofo, and that's how we wrap up the sports segment here on Sunrise. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll chat again on Monday.